Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me today because we have some very exciting General Hospital news to talk about, and it's definitely worth the wait. I tell you folks, the other night I was sitting in my favorite chair with a cold drink watching General Hospital like I have for years, and suddenly my jaw just dropped. There was Nina standing right there with that syringe in her hand, eyes full of tears, looking like her heart was breaking clean in two. She whispered she was sorry to Drew, said nobody deserved what was happening, and then she just walked away, left that needle laying there. Man, in that one little moment, our good old soap didn't feel like a soap anymore. It felt like the start of one of those creepy psychological thrillers that keep you up at night. I gotta tell you, my heart was pounding. I've always liked Nina. She's tough, but she's got a good soul under all that mess. Seeing her like that, torn up and choosing not to go through with it, well, it hit me right in the chest. But then my mind started racing. What if she never gave him that shot? What if everything just changed in one quiet second and none of us saw it coming? And don't even get me started on Willow. Sweet girl had been working Drew's muscles earlier that episode, keeping everything moving and strong like she was supposed to. She thought she was just being a good nurse, doing the right thing. But now, it feels like the show was quietly planting seeds the whole time. I sat there thinking, well, I'll be darned. Maybe Drew ain't as helpless as everybody believes. Maybe that boy's been getting stronger little by little while the whole town feels sorry for him. I'm telling you, this twist has me hooked like a fish on a line. The way he just lays there staring at that syringe, it gave me chills. What if he's been faking it? What if he's hearing every single word people say when they think he can't understand? Lord have mercy, that turns the whole story into something downright spooky. Here we got a man everybody pities, but deep down he might be wide awake, waiting patient as a spider in the corner for the perfect moment to make his move. I can't stop thinking about it. All those secrets floating around his hospital room, the confessions, the plans, the things folks only say when they think nobody's listening. If Drew's really been playing possum this whole time, well, that's going to blow the roof off Port Charles when it comes out. And I'll be right here on my chair, popcorn in hand, loving every single minute of it. This is why I've stuck with General Hospital all these years. Just when you think it's the same old love and drama, it sneaks up and gives you a story that feels real and scary and human all at the same time. Can't wait to see what happens next, I tell you. My old heart's still racing just thinking about it. I tell you, what really gets under my skin is thinking about how long this poor fella Drew has been stuck like that, months and months in that locked-in nightmare. Just lying there while life keeps moving around him. Willow's been hovering over him the whole time, talking about her plans, her revenge, how she's going to use him, and all her big ideas for the future, treating him like he's nothing more than a breath-in piece of furniture. Lord, it makes my stomach turn a little. But then Nina walks out without giving him that shot, and suddenly everything feels different. Every single scene with Drew in that hospital bed now carries this heavy, uneasy weight, especially after they showed Willow working his muscles, stretching him, and keeping everything strong. That wasn't just filler, friends. That was the show whispering something important right in our ears. Now I sit here and let my mind wander, and it goes to a dark place. What if Drew's been slowly, quietly getting his strength back this whole time? What if, while everybody's feeling sorry for him, thinking he's trapped inside his own body, he's actually listening to every word? Every secret, every confession, every little scheme they've cooked up when they thought he couldn't hear a thing? And the scariest part? He's choosing not to move. Not because he can't, but because waiting gives him all the power. That right there turns the whole story into a real, living nightmare. There's something downright chilling about imagining Willow leaning in real close to him, talking soft like she does, never once suspecting that the man she thinks is helpless might be wide awake inside. He's just lying there patient as a shark circling in deep water, watching, waiting, remembering it all. And when the time's just right, well, I reckon he'll make his move. And when that day comes, it's going to hit Port Charles like a freight train. I got to admit, this twist has me hooked deeper than I've been in a long while. It ain't just soap opera drama anymore. It feels real, scary, and human in a way that sticks with you long after the credits roll. I keep wondering how long he can keep pretending and what's going to happen when that dam finally breaks. My old heart's racing just thinking about it, I tell you. I tell you, what really gets me thinking late at night is how Willow's walking around like she's got the whole world by the tail. That sweet-looking girl actually believes she's in complete control of everything. She stands right next to Drew's bed, talking openly about using him as her personal lever, about maybe getting rid of him for good one day, and even keeping Kai close because, in her mind, he still ain't her enemy yet. She says all these things like he's just a piece of furniture, like he can't hear a single word. But oh, he can. He hears every last bit of it, and that's what makes the hairs on the back of my neck stand up. The truth is, she's underestimated that man something terrible. Drew's been lying there for months, quiet as a church mouse, while everybody around him thinks he's completely trapped inside his own body. But what if he ain't? What if he's been slowly getting stronger, little by little, thanks to all those exercises Willow herself was doing on him? Every time she leaned over that bed, stretching his arms and legs, she might have been helping the very man she's trying to control. Ain't that something? Life sure does have a funny way of turning the tables. Now I keep picturing how that big reveal is going to go down, and it gives me the chills every single time. It won't be some big, loud, heroic moment with swelling music and happy tears. No, sir. It's going to be cold and quiet and scary as anything. Imagine Willow standing over him one day, maybe raising her voice, maybe threatening him again. With all her clever little plans, she's feeling powerful, feeling safe. Then, without any warning at all, his hand suddenly shoots out and grabs her wrist. Hard. No big dramatic buildup, no slow motion camera work, just a simple, sudden movement from the man she was sure couldn't even twitch a finger. Lord have mercy, I can almost hear the sound of her breath catching in her throat. That's the version of this story that's got me hooked right now. Drew's sitting there silent the whole time, letting everybody around him think he's done for. He's been storing up every secret, every confession, every nasty little scheme they've whispered when they thought he wasn't listening. He's been patient like an old fox waiting by the henhouse. Not because he couldn't move, but because waiting gives him all the power in the world. And when he finally decides the time is right, when he chooses to stop playing possum, it's going to hit poor Charles like a thunderstorm nobody saw coming. I got to admit, this twist has turned General Hospital into something more than just a soap opera for me lately. It feels real. It feels dark and human and a little bit terrifying in the best possible way. It reminds me that sometimes the most dangerous people are the ones who stay quiet and watch. They don't yell, they don't fight back right away, they just wait. And when they finally make their move, well, heaven help whoever's standing in their way, I can't stop wondering how long Drew can keep this up and what's going to happen when Willow finally realizes she's been playing with fire this whole time. My old heart's been racing more than usual, I tell you. But that's why I've loved this show for so many years. It keeps surprising me, keeping me guessing, and making me feel something real. Can't wait to see what comes next. This one's going to be a doozy, folks. A real doozy.